From the 5 nominated original scores will be performed by a 100-piece ensemble known as the Orchestra. Alan Ferguson conducting. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, Mr. Howard W. Koch.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 51st Academy Awards. Tonight, Oscar has his second 50 years starting. And to help us celebrate this event, there are over 50 stars who range in age from 8 to 83. They represent Hollywood's past, its present, and most importantly, its future. And as in the past, we again join together to honor achievement and excellence in the film industry. And that excellence carries through our choice of the Master of Ceremonies tonight. A critic recently described him as a national treasure, and we share that opinion. The Academy is proud to welcome Mr. Johnny Carson.
Ladies and gentlemen, Howard, thank you for the very flattering remarks. Before we begin tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say for the record that I am in favor of using more American Indians and other minorities in motion pictures. I am against polluting the oceans of the world. I'm for every nationality having its own homeland. I'm against whacking baby seals on the head, and I'm for saving the whales. And Thank you. I've never received a squatting ovation before. As you well know by now, this is the 51st Annual Academy Awards. 2 hours of sparkling entertainment spread out over a 4-hour show. I think the Academy can be very proud tonight that this program is being beamed via satellite right at this moment to 54 countries throughout the world and 350 million people. This program is also being broadcast to South America. In that way, the former executives and accountants at the studios will be able to catch part of the show. Just as an interesting sidelight, it's also being seen in the oil-producing or the OPEC nations this year, but this year ABC has added on a 9% increase for the television rights in those countries. We figured fair was fair. I was just thinking, I wonder if Jerry Brown and Linda Ronstadt are watching from the Kenya Holiday Inn. I doubt it. It's $1 extra for TV in the room. Now, a lot of people who come to these affairs try to act blasé, and I'll have to be very honest with you. I am very thrilled to stand up here tonight and gaze out on this glorious throng of beautiful people. I see a lot of new faces, especially on the old faces. But I think all you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is take a casual glance around this audience tonight and you realize that the elite of the film world has turned out for this memorable occasion. I have not seen so many major motion picture stars gathered together in one place since the last audition for a television commercial. As a matter of fact, that's why Marlon Brando is not here tonight. Marlon's on a Navajo reservation filming a Mazzola commercial. Marlon calls it maize. Now, I think everybody has pretty much agreed that the quality of pictures nominated this year in the category of the best is outstanding, and I don't want to take any favorites, but to me, Heaven Can Wait was an unusual picture for 2 reasons. First of all, it was a real fantasy about Warren Beatty not being able to find a body he could use. And the other reason was the plot. The plot was intriguing. Heaven Can Wait showed it might be possible for someone to die and come back to life. A notion which scares the hell out of Christina Crawford. And I think the variety of music up this year is wonderful. You might be thrilled to know, I just heard this afternoon, that one of the nominated songs this year, Ready to Take a Chance Again, has just been selected as the theme song by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Now, perhaps the biggest change in motion pictures, at least since I've been a kid, has been their maturity. Movies have really grown up since the early days of censorship. Motion pictures today tackle controversial themes. They're not afraid to portray nudity, and very often they show explicit sex. But the only thing left to the imagination is how much money the studio really made on the picture. That joke in Bulgaria, I think, will do a little better than it did here. No, the plots have changed, you see. Well, I suppose today's pictures are much more liberal than when I was a kid, because I remember going to the movies, and every time they showed 2 people about to become intimate on the movie screen, they would cut away to giant waves pounding the shore. And for years, I thought foreplay led to drowning. Colored my life. You see, in those days, we always knew how the romantic pictures were going to turn out. But today's Hollywood formula is boy meets girl, boy loses girl, girl sues boy for half of everything. Mr. Chu, come out here, please.
各位，呢個荷里活真係講唔得笑。男仔中意女仔，女仔又中意男仔。不過佢哋情場失意，大打官司，女仔贏咗，男仔破產。多謝各位。
realize that means absolutely nothing to you, but right now, Vice Premier Deng Xiaoping in China is hysterical. I thought I should do one person-to-person joke for the new diplomatic recognition. Those of you here tonight who have toiled in Hollywood for a number of years realize that an actor's life today is probably a little better. In the old days, the major studios were in charge. They had all the stars under contract, told you what picture to make, what studio to make it for, and how much you'd be paid. In those days, the big studios were all powerful. As a matter of fact, Jack Butel and Jane Russell still owe RKO 5 pictures. Universal has just announced its newest disaster film coming out called Airport 1980. And I want to tell you, this is a harrowing epic in which passengers aboard a 747 are held hostage for 2 weeks while a madman keeps rerunning the in-flight movie moment by moment. Do you realize while we're all here having a good time, Woody Allen is sitting home watching his sneakers go through the spin cycle? It's been a big year for directors named Allen. Irwin Allen gave us a movie about bees, and Woody Allen gave us a movie about wasps. Now, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, there has been some criticism of the Academy, and especially of this telecast, that it is rather a frivolous, cheap commercial exploitation. That is not true. And I will discuss this in greater detail following the swimsuit competition between Laurence Olivier and John Voight. I want to thank the Academy for inviting me to be your host this evening. I hope you're all relaxed now, so let's settle back and all enjoy the program together. Thank you very much.